Is it in fact recording? Yes, it is. Look at my old knuckle bums. Faded. The universe in retrograde and divide in speciesisms. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. When you meet an angel and she loves you for 3.5 hours. When you find an angel and dialogue is so far away. Not really. It's a matter of fact. This baby impacts deep in my soul, my flesh, and my retinal cavities. Please help me align with the dreams contract assignment. But I'm sorry, you smoke, you drink, you peddle horse shit, you ramble all about, and you cause lots of shit. I don't know. So I was thinking, bring it to the streets, and I just did this Michael the Archangel picture versus Satan, right? And I think I had coordinated exactly who Satan in fact was in my universe, right? The one that was playing the archetype. And so I put on my angel wings and I sat outside the bar that he attends and I sobered up. And a few people, roughly 6, came by me, observed me, and walked back to give him warning. So the bar manager comes out to me and says, "Hey, we're going to call the police." And I say, "Do it." So he says, "Okay," and he turns around and he walks back. Meanwhile, a younger, more strapping man than I am showed up on the curb's edge. And funny thing is, I decided that I didn't actually want to toil with the police. That wouldn't make a fine evening going into house arrest. So I took off the wings and I left them on the ground. And I said, the police are a different story. And I left. Hopped in my vehicle and I left. Pigeon Run Runways, Salt Lake City, Utah. Glazed over, numb to civilian responsibility. Absolutely more entrusting that the secret, my dear friends, to drunk driving is to practice driving drunk. Then you roughly know what your reflexive speeds are during your drunkenness. But I found a darker echo throughout my presence at this particular dive bar. the Twilight Lounge. And maybe it's so Volkowski of me, I don't know. All I know is I'm sporting a black eye from a previous fight. So when I saw the Devil Man, who had barked at me so heavily before, I just looked him dead in the eyes, like, someday you're going to get it. And I'm just here to let you know that either I will be there or I won't. Right? So, as Michael the Archangel supposes his fleshly, animalistic, comfort-centric appeals towards the universe. Like, why, please, why don't suffer the slings and arrows any longer? I'm waiting, I parked in the main line, waiting for the right time, ready to take slings and arrows tonight. Oh, I'm pulling up the sutures, ready for the future. Suffer the slings and arrows, and the fortune's lost. That's Joss Woodland. I love at least one of his songs, if not more. But that one I fell in love with. So I wanna learn from it. I wanna learn from great art. And you know the thing about the universe is that it's seemingly giving everybody exactly what they need. Even if they don't think that it is giving them exactly what they need. It's a soul feed to help loosen up the quagmire of a cardinal soul into a mutable creature. Now, although I probably will not be able to go back to this bar because I was a little edgy, perhaps I think, personally, that I left enough of a fear factor scar on this bar and presence to warrant not an internal judgment and justification. For if I am going to hell, I have probably decreed that this is the case already. Very upsettingly. In a binary hell, heaven, pain, non-pain future, I have already thrust myself towards pain. Not that that means that somebody that's in minor pain can't get out of it. Doesn't mean that. Anyway, so I was offered a painkiller patch today. Lidozine, I think is what it was called. And I had to explain to this lady that I'm done with painkillers. I'd rather just suffer the fucking pain. Right? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not into disfigurement. Maybe I'm into, like, balances of body posturing. Because, oh, I'm so fancy. I got a ski jump nose. I'm a Caucasian 6'4" man. But you already knows. Right? 54 pounds. I lost 54 pounds. 52 pounds. Maybe I lost 52 pounds. I got bit to shit. And I get ditched. I fell in love today for about 3 hours about 3 hours, there was this suspended notion of love. And then it fell away. Anyway, this devil at the bar, when I confronted him, I was like, you know why I'm upset at you. And he says, you are making the women you talk to feel creeped out. And I said, that's a bunch of fucking bullshit. I was just having a conversation. And then I thought, maybe they did report to him that I was creeping them out. And I thought, my personality as a visual art form is something that I like to work on. I can't say that it's the best approach. There is a bit of fob, like I can act tough, but let's say I get in a fight and I lose the fight. Then I will suffer whatever beating comes my way, right? And that's the dare of a fight. You actually want to employ fighting tactics. Anyway, I was just thinking of the Fight Club, civility, the ethics in Fight Club. If your opponent goes limp or taps out, the fight is over. But in a real fight, you could lose an eyeball. Or you could have your skull busted in. Or a number of things. Anyway. Okay, well, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Thanks for 11 minutes of pure rambly love. And put a comment below about what you think, either about the content and or my expression in general, and I would be so happy that maybe I'll respond if I think it's clever and questionable enough. No, I probably maybe won't respond if I don't give a shit, or if you really decide not to add a comment. How can I respond to an absence? Negative space, bitches. Negative space.